Welcome, and thank you for logging into this performance. I'm Adam Zoller, the director of Dancing with Demons. What you're about to see is an interdisciplinary devised production. That means it is wholly created by the students, faculty, and staff of the Visual and Performing Arts Department. 3/4 of the text comes from oral history interviews and surveys stored in the Worcester State University COVID archives. That material was collected by students and faculty of the Urban Studies Department. The rest of the text is created by the cast through writing and improvisation. We are happy to bring you this production free of charge. But, like all of the arts, Worcester State University Theater has been affected by the pandemic. We count on ticket sales to support the work of students in the theater program. With those funds, we secure the rights to plays, buy scripts, hire guest artists, and pay for our students to go every year to the Kennedy Center American College Theater Festival, Region 1. Though we haven't had a live audience since the pandemic started, we've presented plays for you to see online. We will continue to do so until we are fully back in person. But with no box office, we have not been able to replenish those badly needed funds. We could use your help. Please consider a donation to our Focus on the Arts Fund. We are suggesting $7 for students, $10 for seniors, $15 for general, but really any amount will be helpful. Just go to the link in the description of this video, alumni.worcester.edu/VPArts. Thank you and enjoy the show.
Before it happened, I was carefree, healthy, and happy. Life was varied, and we were able to be physically close and touch. Things were spontaneous and busy. We socialize completely differently now. We were all so close together physically, and now being that separate, the simple pleasures are taken away. My friends and I like to hug and sit really close to each other and laugh. It affected the rhythm of our life, and in doing so brought a sense of togetherness out of that danger. We lost a whole lot of people. Before, I found joy in going to concerts and big events where a lot of people could share happiness through music. There were museums and places to share artwork and learn about it. People went to school. We took everything for granted. There was simply family and the future and what will I eat for dinner. Before, I wasn't tired and sad all the time. I had someone there who could help me. The ability to make connections, go outside, to be close to each other, to hug one another. We took all of those things for granted. Now we can't. Before COVID, I didn't hurt like this. I didn't have to be this kind of sad.
Touch, I remember touch. Can you imagine if those Daft Punk lyrics were, I don't know, to become a reality? I mean, that would be insane. Well, it's been on my mind ever since I heard about this whole coronavirus thing. Seems pretty scary from what's been happening overseas in China and in Europe. Hell, my sister's senior trip to Italy was just called off, and they were gonna leave in 2 weeks. It's been all the headlines like crazy, and I'm just hoping that we can prepare and take all the necessary precautions if cases do start popping up here in the States. There's a ton of questions that I know myself, and I'm pretty sure everyone else has been paying attention has about this. Like, What do we do if we have it? Where can we get tested? Will there be a vaccine coming soon, etc., etc., etc.? As much as it's for everyone's personal safety, I'd hate to have to do school from home this semester. It's so much better if you have a question about the material or anything, to just have someone right there in front of you to ask. And it's gonna get really boring too. I don't know, man. There's a ton going on right now, but if cases do start to pop up, hopefully we can do whatever we can to just get some sort of normalcy as soon as possible, I guess. I need something more. I need something more.
There's barely a sense of community anymore.
All the single ladies, hanging out.
I loved it very much.
We had a much better sense of community before.
Listen,
I didn't have to worry as much.
I'm a very social person. I like to go out and do things.
I think the most important thing is getting back to normal. Like, what's the new normal gonna be?
There's barely a sense of community
All the
anymore.
single ladies,
I loved it
hanging
very
out.
We had a much better sense of community before.
wasn't concerned for my health as much as before.
I didn't have to worry
I'm a very
much.
social person. I like to go out and do
I think
things.
the most important thing is getting back to normal. Like, what's the new
Barely a
normal gonna
sense
be?
of
All the
community
single ladies,
anymore.
all the
I
single
loved it very
ladies,
We had a
hanging
much
out.
better sense of community
My health was
before. I
much
didn't have to worry as
I'm a very
much.
social
I
person.
think
I like
the
to
most
go out
important thing's
and
getting
do
back to
things.
normal. Like, what's the new normal gonna be?
I mean, I didn't think it would affect my life personally. I was just joking around about it with my mom, being like, "Oh no, I have corona."
Didn't think it was a big deal then, don't think it's a big deal now.
Oh my god, I was so scared my anxiety flared and I was having more panic attacks.
Wait, COVID is gonna come to the United States?
My family and I began spending a lot more time together.
I think the most important thing is that I'm so worried and it's so new.
It was around April. I think that began. Don't quote me on it, but it was a very scary moment.
I didn't think of it as a problem because it wasn't in our
I
country
didn't
yet.
think it would affect my life personally. I was just joking around about it with my mom, being like,
Didn't
"Oh
think it was a
no,
big
I have
deal then.
God, I
corona."
was
It's a
so
big deal
scared
now.
my anxiety flared and I was having more panic
Wait,
attacks.
COVID is gonna come
My
to the
family and I
United
began
States?
spending a lot
I'm
more
so
time
worried and
together.
it's so new.
So that was around like April or May. I think that's when it began. Don't quote me on it, but it was a very scary moment.
I didn't think of it as a problem because it wasn't in our country yet.
I didn't think it would affect my life personally. I was just joking around about it with my mom, being like, "Oh no, I have corona."
Didn't think it was a big deal then, don't think it's a big deal now.
Oh my god, I was so scared. My anxiety flared and I was having more panic attacks.
Wait, COVID is gonna come to the United States?
My family and I began spending a lot more time together.
I'm so worried about it and it's so new and it's so scary.
So that was around like April or May. I think that's when it began. Don't quote me on it, but it was a very scary moment.
I didn't think of it as a problem because it wasn't in our country yet.
Okay, what was that?
Is everyone okay?
Yeah.
I think so.
Hey, try checking outside for someone. Anything?
I don't see anyone or anything.
Guys, my turned into a brownie.
Great, we have food. Let's ration that off.
What are we gonna do? Quick, everyone check social media.
Good idea.
I try not to check the news like ever.
On Twitter, there's just a lot of exclamation points.
I'll check MySpace. I'll check Facebook.
Snapchat updated, and it's terrible.
MySpace has nothing, so.
Well, this is just great. An apocalyptic disaster comes, and we're the only ones left, I guess.
I just need to know when this is gonna end.
You got that right.
Hello, everyone. I am Dr. Skaz, host of the Nighty Night Show, here to explain your world. So, events are being canceled, schools are closing down, and Walmart now closes at 10 p.m.
What?
I mean, come on. It's not like COVID is a hooker that comes at night.
I'm sorry, what?
We support sex work here.
So, I was talking to one of my friends the other day, and I was asking, so what type of face masks do you use? He's like, well, I use the face mask a lot. It's like, okay. So, cloth ones, the surgical one. It's like, I use all of it. As long as it's a face mask, it's going on my face. You know, I'm cracking a lot of jokes here tonight.
Those were supposed to be jokes?
But just remember, if you don't take things seriously at the beginning of the pandemic, you're gonna be dead.
What?
So anyway, they're saying you're gonna have to end up starting to spend a lot of time with yourself. I feel like it's not a good idea mentally to isolate yourself. Like, it's never mentally a good idea to isolate yourself. That's too bad, because you're gonna have to do it anyways.
Yo, dude, this is not funny.
You know, I hope, however, the articles, the history books, or whatever, all that portray this, they realize, yeah, it's pretty bad. What's going on with the toilet paper? Why is no one talking about the toilet paper? Are we just going through some sort of toilet paper collective trauma and have all decided not to mention it? Well, it's apparent that we're going to need to get a handle on this situation pretty soon, or we are going to be flushed.
Oh.
That's our show, everyone. Good night.
Not being able to communicate face to face with family and friends. Lost my job. My school closed. Not being able to truly enjoy taking my kids out. I wasn't able to work out in gyms. It affected my work ethic while I was still in school. My daughter missed out on her high school senior experiences. It basically put a pause on life. COVID actually hasn't affected me at all. I love being at home. It hasn't affected me too much because I'm an essential worker. I've grown more in touch with my family because of quarantine. It basically put a pause on life. We can't go out like we want. It's devastating. Social life, it's more stressful to maintain. Lost my job. I also lost my dad to COVID. Not being able to have normal fun, it basically put a pause on life.
Hold on, I actually haven't met anyone who's not had COVID dreams. They're like anxiety dreams, not exactly nightmares, but disturbing nonetheless. Quarantine was rough for a lot of people being totally isolated at home. I honestly started wondering if we'd have a large portion of the world suffering from PTSD. COVID-19, along with other major events happening in the world, definitely caused people to retreat and distance themselves from the people that are closest to them. Some people felt depressed, anxious, angry, and turned to themselves and social media to cope. In the sense that since we couldn't connect in person, as humans we found other ways to connect with people and even with ourselves. Because being alone for the majority of the day and having no routine or any interactions obviously isn't good for mental health. I think it's especially affected people with disease because they can't go to see their doctors. They have to stay away from their doctors and therapists, and they had to get used to doing it without them. Can you imagine trying to do life without extreme necessities like food or water? For some of us, those necessities include counseling, therapy, medications. Personally, I have been on the struggle bus at times, and it's extremely hard to focus on positive things sometimes when the world is collapsing around you.
Hey you. You wanna get me some goldfish? I need someone to smile back at me. These snacks smile back, you know?
Sorry, can't. Masks. Wouldn't want to catch anything.
Hey, hon, you wanna get me some of this barbecue chips run out of the store?
No, we're in a close proximity and don't call me hun, so.
Please, I need some Chinese food. Just call me in some crab rangoons. Order me something, please.
I have a doctor's appointment too. I'm so sorry.
I'm looking to get further in this game, ma'am, and I need $20 to pay so I can get further in the game. Please, come on, give me a Jackson.
That much screen time isn't good for my physical or mental health.
Excuse me, I'm running low on ice cream. It's this flavor right here, sweaty balls. No one can resist the sweaty balls. Please, can you just buy me some ice cream and run to the store?
Sorry, I can't hear you. I'm walking too fast.
Hey, you.
Me?
Can you get me some pizza and some beer? I'm running pretty low.
Oh, I don't know. I gotta.
How about I make you an offer?
I'm listening.
So right now, I'm in the middle of a Marvel movie marathon, and you like Chris Evans, Captain America?
I love Captain America.
Well, how about this? I have him on speed dial right here. If you have me the pizza, I'll get you a night with Captain America.
Are you serious? Okay, what do you need?
All right, awesome. So let me get for the pizzas. Let me get a double meatball, stuffed crust meatball, extra meatball, and can I get some of that Wachusett Light for the beers, please?
Lights? We can do better than that. All right, I'll be right back, okay?
All right, awesome. Thank you, Mom. Love you. Bye.
All right, love you, honey.
Yo, Chris, what's up? I found you this woman that I think you're really, really gonna like, and I'll tell you about it later. The pizza's here. Bye.
Hey, sweetie. It's been so long. No one called me. How you doing?
Doing good, Mom. How are you?
I'm fantastic. Look, I got you the pizza you asked for, all the extra meatball, everything.
Sweet. Thank you so much.
And look, I got you the beer, but none of that light stuff. I got you the real good stuff, okay?
Oh, sweet. Let's go.
All right, fill me in. What are we watching?
So we're watching Avengers Endgame right now. Thanos just got his head chopped off, and now we're 5 years into the future.
Oh, I love that part.
Goodness, guys, what just happened?
I don't know, you're asking me. But I do know something that happened. Look, right there. Boom! Trail ended.
What?
Who cares about the toilet paper? We're missing someone.
What?
That girl.
Yes. Where is she?
I don't know. You think maybe one of those things took her?
I don't
Did
know.
we leave her behind?
Should we,
Sense. I mean,
like, could we go back for her, or like?
I don't think we can go back.
that'd be the
Should we
best
just wait?
idea.
Maybe she'll come find us.
That's pretty more. Or we could just ask her. Excuse me. Hello.
Hi, can you help us? We lost our friend.
Hello.
6 feet of distance, people. 6 feet of distance. Perfect.
What are you talking about? I try to stay 6 feet apart all the time.
I try to stay 6 feet apart whenever possible.
I try to avoid my kids whenever possible.
And I think we're doing a pretty good job of staying apart.
Yeah. I mean, why exactly do we have to stay 6 feet apart at all times?
You don't want to catch anything.
Catch
Whoa! Easy.
What did I say, people? 6 feet? Okay, look, all right, we're in this place, and we don't know where we are, and our friend is missing, okay? And it's really, really hard to stay 6 feet away from someone you just met when you need to ask a really pressing question because someone's missing.
Well, you just got to focus on yourself.
Focus on myself, she's gone. How can you be so selfish?
Haha. Zoom!
Whoa.
just do with her? Where'd she go?
She's on a Zoom.
Hello? Can anyone hear me? How do I turn this thing on? Which button do I push? Each moment feels exquisite.
Like sighting a rare bird.
A moment to be treasured.
They would really begin to shut down out of anxiety.
Fear.
Panic.
People are dying.
People are dying.
I don't like death.
Cherish what you have.
Life is short, so there's a big difference between staying safe and living your life.
I start to think about the positive things.
Each moment feels exquisite. Like sighting a rare bird. A moment to be treasured.
The people at the very top who are meant to protect us are slowly killing us in the
money could not save them.
Because there's no cure or vaccine.
So they died.
The money did not save them.
People are dying.
Cherish what you have.
As time went on, I thought this was gonna become like a bigger issue. Like, are my friends gonna get this? Is my family gonna get this? And as a loved one gonna pass away and I won't be able to remember someone or have a funeral at all?
When my grandparents passed, I had 3 of them pass.
My mom, she was really upset. But then she got over it really fast.
A girl at work, her mom died. And when she came in, I said,
I'm hugging you. Cherish what you have.
The people at the very top who were meant to be helping us have really been killing us at the end.
Each moment feels exquisite, like sighting a rare moment be treasured.
Remember, we were all sick, and we were calling out to each other and...
My voice was messed up. Hopefully, we can...
minimize the amounts of health impacts.
And deaths.
People are dying. Cherish what you have.
You never know when the last time you're going to be with someone is. When the last time you'll be at a certain place or time in your life. You never know when it's going to end.
People were.
The breathing, they could not breathe.
And they were placed in what we call at the time.
And it is still called an iron lung.
And that is a tube-shaped thing.
And it was so terrible to see people placed in this long tube.
And it did the breathing for you.
Cherish what you can't have.
Each moment feels exquisite.
Like sighting a rare bird.
A moment to be treasured.
There's no community anymore. Being able to meet every Sunday at church for the sermon, catch up with each other, support each other, hold each other accountable, all that was lost. All it was an online 35-minute sermon from my pastor. We couldn't meet up as a school community, sports community, extracurricular communities, church, neighborhoods. It's hard to maintain those communities I was used to. I've had to give up my involvement with so many different groups and people, and that's hurt. When you're unable to interact personally and physically with your peers within your community, you tend to lose contact with a lot of those people. Technology has been able to keep us in touch, but you don't get that same sense of community since you're unable to interact in those ways you're familiar with. I still try to talk to as many people as I can, but you have to stay 6 feet away from them. It's heartbreaking.
You know, there are those who don't believe the disease is bad. Some people don't wear a mask and take it seriously. People need to actually listen to the rules that are being said because they're there for a reason. It's for your own protection. People weren't doing these things to be bad or make you upset. They were doing it to protect you.
I feel if you aren't following these rules, you're endangering yourself and everyone else.
Politicize the hell out of COVID-19, blaming others for its success or failure or reduced deaths of cases, blaming governors, blaming presidents, blaming Senate and House members.
So many businesses have been trying to open up. Many small businesses have been losing money all the time because of COVID.
Can you imagine working for people that let people die for money? A lot of things in my town have been canceled due to COVID-19. Do you think COVID-19 pushed people to be out there to fight for what was wrong and right? Once the Black Lives Matter movement started, it's not like people forgot about COVID, but people were protesting for what was right. People were out there with their masks, but not staying 6 feet apart.
500,000 people in the United States have died. How is that not a big deal?
The public started to see facts and statistics changing on the news. I think the public was very confused and didn't know what to believe to be real. And that's where I feel that the panic came into play. A lot of things in my town have been canceled due to COVID-19.
Well, you can't just shut everything down and expect people to stop living.
When the communities and public started to see facts and statistics changing on the news, I think that's when the public was very confused and didn't know what to believe to be real. And that's where I feel that the panic came into play. In regards to public schools across America, many parents have chosen to have their children.
Well, how come people are telling us not to tell our kids what's going on about something that could literally kill them and their families?
Because they're learning from video recordings or Zoom sessions. They're not actually learning hands-on in person. And that is so effective with children that are at that age. I understand as a president of a country...
Well, our president decided to just split the nation in half.
And of course, it's going to go against some constitutional rights. And people will bring that up, and I know that that's happened a lot in our country. And I'm sure it has in other places as well, but you know there are things he could have done. I mean, it was a pandemic. You know, it's a national emergency. I think that he should have had every single state quarantined from the start and not have the governors of each state making their own decisions. I think there should have been some unified, thoughtful ways to go through this rather than what he did. I think think it was really disorganized. I think it is more of a health issue than a political issue, and I think it needs to be done because I am over it.
Are you kidding me, people? Our president decided, with his own free will, you know what, I'm just gonna split the nation in half, and he did it. Very inconsiderate of him, don't you think? I mean, you can't just shut everything down and expect people to, I don't know, put their lives on hold, stop living. Oh, and trust me, I swear to God, I despise wearing a mask.
Okay, this is crazy. Everything is crazy. People are starting to act crazy.
No, people really are starting to get crazy. I was like on Twitter the other day. So you know how kids under the age of 5, they don't have to wear a mask and everything?
Yeah.
Well, people get misinformation, and this old lady says to this little girl who's under 5 who isn't wearing a mask, she says, "I hope you die." Like, who says that? That's just sick.
What is wrong with people?
That is so funny.
What?
What?
Listen, guys, masks are so uncomfortable. I mean, you can't breathe in them, and they're just uncomfortable. I mean, never match me or my kids' outfits.
I mean, I do get pretty claustrophobic if I have to wear a mask all day.
I mean, although those things are true, you guys still need to keep buying and wearing masks.
Well, I've been hand making my own masks. I didn't want to keep buying the disposable ones and taking them away from like people in the healthcare industry and first responders.
Yeah, and I really appreciate that because as a nurse of over 10 years now, we have never had to re-wear masks at all. And that was one of my biggest concerns, you know, the lack of protective equipment. The mask is meant for one-time use, one patient. We used to go every 7 days, 7 masks a day, or 7 masks every 7 days, and now it's one mask for a whole week that we have to clean and reuse.
Oh my God.
She.
Who is that?
I don't know.
She wants to keep taking masks away from the people that need them the most.
What? I think she's talking about you.
Do you want to know more?
Of course.
She thinks everyone's being so dramatic that they can't breathe. She finds them very comfortable and she loves them.
She's one of those things.
I think she's talking about me.
John, what's even worse? She wants to wear them all year round.
Oh, no. I could never.
Do you want to know more?
Yes.
Come here. Come here.
Don't go over there.
You know what's even better? I have masks that will match you and your kids' outfits.
Stay
Of course.
here. Okay, they're gone. They're gone. They're gone. I don't know what to do. They're gone.
What are we gonna do?
I don't know.
Well, we need to get out of here. We're going to get trapped.
I don't know where to go. What do we do now? I don't know. I just feel like we keep losing more all the time. Yeah, like every second. Did you hear something? What? I don't know. Oh no!
Is someone there?
No. Please don't hurt us. Please just let us go. Wait a second. She's sitting on a throne of toilet paper.
Of toilet paper? Turn me around, I still can't see
Look. Can you help us?
Can I help you?
Please, we are lost. We don't know where our friends are, where to go, or what to do.
You're lost, and you don't know where you are.
The toilet paper. Okay.
The toilet paper?
Right, you must have been the one that was leaving the toilet paper trail.
I must have been the one who was leaving the toilet paper trail.
Yes, we've been following it our whole journey.
Yeah, it's familiar.
You've been following it your whole journey.
Yes. Now, can you help us?
Can I help you?
Okay. Let's continue the trail.
Yes, continue the trail.
How you doing? My biggest challenge? My biggest challenge has been like trying to work out. And you know, the stores being closed and like countless Zoom meetings, right? Yeah, I'd say like procrastinating and being lazy have been my biggest challenge. Like it's so easy to say, oh, I'll just do it tomorrow, and in reality you should do it as soon as possible. Yeah, biggest challenge. Yeah, I guess it would be passing the time. Yeah, I'd say that lack of motivation has definitely been my biggest challenge. But seriously, my biggest challenge has been to not believe everything I'm hearing. And to be extra careful because my mom's immune system is compromised. Yeah, lack of socialization and being alone has been most challenging for me. I'm an extrovert, so being alone is really hard. Yeah. Yeah, but like adjusting to all the changes can make you super uneasy, especially when you don't know what's gonna come next. It can give you a sense of like confusion, anxiety, and like I think my biggest challenge has just been adjusting and like dealing with all the setbacks when like you don't know what's gonna happen and you have no control over it. Yeah, I would say my biggest challenges have been not going to the gym or work, not being able to see any of my loved ones, and being alone at home all the time with nobody to talk to, except my dog, who is cute but sleeps a lot. Yeah. You know, it is hard to get through when there's like no stop date. It is really hard. And finding employment has been so hard for me too. I mean, I had a fact-finding meeting scheduled and the MBOL just canceled it without even notifying me. They made no effort to reach me. Absolutely ridiculous. Yeah, I'd say keeping distance from others. Keeping distance from others has been really hard for me. And my mental health really suffered when I had to deal with so many deaths at work. It affected me so much that I could not do overtime. Yeah, and not having anywhere to go and not being able to bury my dad. It's just like everything's empty, you know?
I always watch the news to keep current. Press conferences with elected officials have been a major source of news. Another great source within my Channel 5 app. Sometimes I get the news from the Boston Globe, the New York Times, NBC, John Oliver, BBC, WBUR, and I read a half a dozen newspapers, national and International Online. The CDC is a great source, and some feeds from my email. However, the spin from some pundits caused a lot of confusion. Our president at the time was not always clear and downplayed the seriousness of COVID-19 in the US at first. Sources like social media are hard to find reliable because I don't want to believe everything I read on the internet. I didn't know it was factual or not. I felt like I was being told so many different things. Facebook articles that are posted by friends are not always reliable, depending on the source.
I don't know. Are we back?
I think we're back.
But something doesn't feel right. Check to see if your phone works.
Good point.
My phone's dead. I have like 36 missed calls from my mom.
Good news, everyone. My phone is no longer a brownie.
Oh,
Nice.
Well, MySpace still has nothing, so.
A lot of people are just baking bread on Twitter.
Same thing with Instagram.
So does this mean we're not safe?
Oh, no.
Nope.
No.
Nope, not again. Not doing this. Not doing this. Nope. Nope. Not doing it.
I can't go through that again.
I'm scared.
No.
Do you guys want some tissues?
Yeah, please. That would be
Yeah,
awesome.
please.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I just have something in my eye. I'm okay. Thank you. Thank you.
Much appreciated.
Thanks.
Well, what do we do now?
I just want to go home. I miss my family.
I really don't.
I miss my dog. I think we have some more work to do.
Guys, just wait for a second. Think with me on this. After whatever the hell we just went through, I'd say we make a pretty great team. Maybe we should meet again sometime, you think?
Yeah. What day works for you guys?
I mean, I could do here again on Tuesday.
Yeah.
Tuesday works for me.
Yeah.
Tuesday works.
Remember, we're all dealing with the same thing. This isn't the first time life has looked like this, and statistically will not be the last. Every person's actions impact life in some way. Therefore, we all need to live with a bit of empathy and selflessness. Your life can change in the blink of an eye. So, appreciate the life you have, and try not to get upset about the little things. Enjoy every good moment, because you never know when it'll be the last. Don't take opportunities for granted, because you never know when they'll be taken away. Remember to always say I love you to loved ones. You don't want to be left regretting the things you didn't do or say.